the Beyond Vaudeville program with your host, Frank Hope, and co-host David Green, and guest co-host Austin Velez, not Dave, Frank Nastasi, Gertrude Adams, Cowboy Joe, and our own Glenn and his friend Flubb.
Hello, welcome again to the Beyond Vaudeville program. I'm very sorry about the mix-ups in the announcements, but Dave Green, the usual co-host, isn't here, and neither is Kevin Callia and his friend Flubb. And I just want to make a public announcement that I don't think it's right that they don't make it to all the tapings, because we have a commitment to our audience, and I believe that. Fortunately, a good friend of the Beyond Vaudeville program, Mr. Austin Velez, the next Frank Sinatra, was available, and he's going to be our co-host tonight. Thank you, Austin. It's nice.
Thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure to be on the show, and I must say you're looking very nice tonight. I'd like to know where you got that suit.
Well, it's in the family. I wanted to know if you have any gigs, anything that you've been working on lately.
Yes, well, tomorrow night I have a very big engagement at the Unitarian Flea Market in Walla Walla, Washington, and I will also be appearing in Altoona, Pennsylvania over the next few weeks. Then I'm going to be going international for my Hands Across the Ocean tour. I'll be appearing in London, Paris, Rome, throughout the entire world.
Okay. Would you like to do a number from one of the tours?
Yes, as you know, I am the next Frank Sinatra, so I will be doing, of course, one of his standards, Young at Heart. Thank you very much. Do we have the band?
No, there's no music, just sing.
Oh, a cappella again. Okay. Fairy tales can come true. It can happen to you if you're young at heart. Oh, excuse me. And if you should survive to 105, think of all you'll derive out of being alive. And here is the best part. You'll have a head start if you are among the very young at heart.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Austin. Austin, this is Pac-Man.
Oh, hello. Hello. Nice to meet you.
He's been on some of our programs. He's part of the Beyond Vaudeville family also. There are a couple of things that I want to go over about that. I like to show some new things that are around. This. Oh, look, I'm Spuds McKenzie. This they gave away at the Mets game, and I wanted to thank the Mets for giving that away. But I do have a complaint because the Mets aren't doing the curly shuffle when you go to the Shea. They're not doing the curly shuffle in the 8th inning, and I wish they'd bring that back.
That stinks. What's the world coming to, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
So we also, I want to recommend the Forbidden Planet, where I get lots of books and all kinds of back comic books, and also the Creation Convention you should go to. The reason I mention it is because they said they'd let me in for free if I say it sometime. Maybe they'd let me in to cover it. Okay. Also, here's the Where's the Beef lady. Clara, where's the beef? There's new stickers, and and I just want to show one. This is 16 magazine, and you can find out about the stars. I have some old issues with some stars that are still remembered. This is Johnny Whitaker from the Family Affair program.
A classic entertainer, no doubt.
Okay, well, Austin, why don't we introduce our first guest? Our first guest, you'll all remember from the Soupy sales show, but that's just the beginning. He's just completed a national tour with Mickey Rooney. And a funny thing happened on the way to the Forum, and there's lots more ahead. Please welcome White Fang himself, Mr. Frank Nastasi.
Hi. Hi, Frank. How are you? Yeah.
Nice to meet you, Frank.
Oh, man, I'm glad you invited me on this show. Boy, this is some outfit, you know?
Yeah.
Some outfit, yeah. You must spend a lot of money for this, huh?
Well, it's enough.
Yeah, the set. Who did the set? Romper Room?
I know. Well, it's see, that's Beyond Vaudeville. We put up
yeah.
the. So,
and it's the first time I've been on a TV show where they use Polaroid cameras, you know.
well,
I'm sorry, did I move? Wait.
No.
No?
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we're okay.
Yeah, so what have I been doing?
What have you been doing lately?
Well, I'll tell you, since you asked.
Okay.
You told him already I was on the road with Mickey Rooney. I had a lot of fun doing that show, you know.
Right.
In fact, it was nice to be in the show and that I was taller than the other guy. Mickey's only just barely 6 feet tall, and I'm 6'2". You got that?
I don't believe it.
Yeah, no, yeah. What happened since I've left the Soupy show? You were going to ask.
What happened since you left? Right.
Well, I've been acting. I've been doing a lot of stage work. I made a few films, appeared on a few TV shows, a lot of soap operas, and I'm on your show now. You know, and I'm enjoying myself. By the way, I like the way you're phrasing. Not your singing, but your phrasing. You know,
Well, at least you have some good taste, not total. Some.
Well,
yes.
your name's Frank and my name's Frank too.
How about that? That's what makes the world goes round, right?
Yeah. So
and also a hot dog is called a Frank, right? And to be honest and candid is to be frank, right?
So we have a lot of Franks on the show.
Yes. Now, what else would you like to ask me?
Now, you on Soupy, you did a couple of things. You
a couple of things, yeah.
You did the dog.
I did everything
the fang.
to work his head. Yeah, go ahead.
I hope he's not watching.
You know, he knows I'm only kidding anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what was White Fang? Was he a?
White Fang was the dog. Supposedly the meanest dog in the world because he was always playing tricks on Soupy and always getting in trouble. But White Fang, of all the characters I've done on the show, happens to be one of my favorite characters.
Stop.
And in fact, you know, people today still come up to me and talk, and they say, I'm talking about grown-ups now, and they say, Frank, would you do us a favor? I say, what? And they say, would you do White Fang for us? And there's this guy like 60 years old asking me to do White Fang. I go, you know. And you know, the funny thing is, you know, as an actor, I've done the classic Shakespeare, took voice lessons, even speech courses. And what do I end up, what do I become famous for or make a lot of money at? Going as a dog, you know. And but he was one of my favorite characters. I enjoyed doing Pookie, the lion. Mm-hmm. I enjoyed doing Black Tooth and the Nut at the Door. Mm-hmm. But White Fang was my favorite.
Okay.
Okay.
We have our Pac-Man guy, and he's on our set. He doesn't speak though. You think he should have some kind of voice, or you think it's good for him to be quiet like that?
Well, I tell you, it would be better if he had a voice that would give him more personality. Because you know, on the Soupy show, Pookie didn't have a voice at first. Mm-hmm. He just whistled. And then after we gave him a voice, and we didn't find that voice right away, we found it accidentally. It was while I was doing another voice that Pookie was supposed to be imitating that we decided that it would be Pookie's voice. I don't know if that came out clear, 'cause I don't know what I'm talking about.
But I don't understand. I remember when Pookie got his voice, and I didn't understand why. How did he get this voice all of a sudden? Where did he have laryngitis?
No. When we opened in New York, we decided to give Pookie a voice. His first voice, he had an Italian accent.
Oh.
But we felt it didn't fit him. And maybe like this puppet could find a voice that would fit him. And then I tried a very nasal voice. In fact, we made a recording in which I sing Leona with the nasal voice. But we felt that didn't fit him. And one day while Pookie's doing the Pookie Players, I don't know, some of you aficionados out there might remember it, you know. While we were doing that, Pookie was supposed to be doing all the characters in the play. Mm-hmm. And of course, I'm doing Pookie, right? And there was a voice, very simple voice, nothing, it just was, "Hiya, Bobby." And when that bit was finished, Soupy and I got up. He says, "You know what?" I says, "Yeah, that's the voice for Pookie. Hiya, Bobby." You know? And that was it.
Okay.
Nothing big, no big finish. Good night.
Now, I didn't. I really liked what you did on Soupy, but I wanted to make it clear to everyone that Frank Nastasi is doing even bigger things now. Playing with Mickey Rooney is he's one of the biggest men. Well, I don't mean he's one of the big, large, but he's really a big star, and you really are working with some big people now.
Yeah, I've been lucky. I've worked with what I'm very happy about is I've worked with a lot of the great comedians. You know, you can name Jackie Mason, Jackie Leonard. We used to have them on the Soupy show. You know, Phyllis Diller, Joan Rivers when she first started out, Nipsey Russell. You name them, they've been on this show. And some great actors. You know, Jack Albertson, who's also a fine comedian, vaudevillian. Cliff Robertson, Frank Nastase. Oh, no, that's me. My modesty is only exceeded by my conceit.
Okay. All right.
Who's the mummy over there?
Well, we're going to get over to everybody, Frank, but maybe we should bring out the next guest so we can keep rolling.
Yeah,
Okay, our next guest is Gertrude Adams, and she was a witness to a UFO, and she's going to tell us about it. Gertrude Adams.
Great.
Hello, Frank.
Hi. There's a microphone there.
It's nice to be here.
Well, thanks for having us. Thank you for being on our show, because in addition to having entertainers and things like that, we like to have information too. And maybe you'd like to tell our viewers about why we invited you on tonight.
Thank you, Frank. Well, you see, it was like this. I was up at my country house on Saturday night, and it was a moonlight night. And my friend and I thought we would look out the picture window and just see how much we could see in the moonlight. The picture window was a new addition to the house, and it's something that we had never done before. So we looked out, and we noticed a flying object coming right into the meadow. And this was at about 10:30 p.m. I couldn't believe my eyes. I just couldn't believe it. And it kept coming lower and lower, and I said, could that be really something from outer space? And my friend said, it's glowing. It looks like it must be. So we were very, very frightened, but we decided that we should go and investigate. And we went out, and it was a beautiful night. The moonlight was shining. It was beautiful. So we went over, and it landed. And these three objects, they looked like, you couldn't tell whether they were men or women, but they seemed to have broad shoulders, but very, very large noses. Very large noses.
Okay.
And one of them started walking towards us, and I started to run, but then I stopped, because it looked like he wanted to communicate. But his method of communicating was very strange. It sounded like, those birds and those fish in Florida, dolphins, the way they talk, high, squeaky, and you know how they say music is a universal language? Mm-hmm, uh-huh. Well, this sounded, I could understand, you know? It's just like you understand music. I could understand this dolphin-like sound. And I could understand what he was saying.
That's like the movie with George C. Scott when he talked to the dolphins, but they weren't aliens. Were these people from they were from another planet? Did they say what planet?
They didn't say what planet, no. But they said, they said, don't be afraid. And they said, be kind to one another.
Huh.
And that was the message. And then
Did they
we went
speak
back.
words?
No. It was, I understood what they were saying, but it was like a dolphin sound.
Oh, I see.
Just like when you listen to music, you know what the composer is trying to tell you.
Mhm.
So
Frank, have you ever met a UFO? Or seen a UFO?
Yeah, I've seen some flying saucers. I tripped a waitress in a restaurant.
Oh, no, well, he's just kidding. But that's Austin. Have you ever seen a UFO?
No, I can't say that I have. No.
So it must be very enlightening for you to hear about this and to hear that there's.
Well, when
space
she said
people.
that they had big noses, I thought that they were Jewish or something like that. But
No, you can't
They didn't
say
ask her
that.
for money or, I mean.
No, okay. All right, you're not supposed to. Austin's Jewish
Leave me
himself, so
alone.
he can say that. Okay.
Yes, Frank, I just want to mention, since this happened, I bought this book. It's called The Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence. And it's put out by the National Aeronautics and Space Administration. And here it is. And I think that for anyone who's really interested, maybe they should take a look at this.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess that that proves it's real. If they wrote about it.
It was real. It was very real. I was amazed.
Okay. Well, all right. So there are UFOs, and you heard about it right here on the Beyond Vaudeville program. Okay, we still have lots more. Hang in there. Here now is instead of Kevin and his friend Bub, it's Glenn and his friend Flubb.
Hi, Frank. Hi, everybody. Flubb, do you want to say hello to everybody? Hello, everybody. Okay. Flubb has been to a lot of movies recently, but we don't have too much time today, so we're going to talk about only one, and it's the most popular movie now, maybe the most popular in the world. Right, Flubb? Yes. Fatal Attraction. And did you like Fatal Attraction, Flubb? It was very good. Intense. Frightening. Frightening? You mean it was scary? Yes. What was the scariest part, do you think? Scariest part was when Glenn Close was naked. Okay. And why don't you tell everybody what happens at the end? Glenn Close kills the entire family. You mean she gets away with it? It's not like a happy ending? No, it's very intense. And, well, that's good. Anything else you'd like to say? Next time I want to do The Princess Bride. Okay. Well, we'll have to ask Frank about that, okay, Flubb? I want you to say goodbye to everybody, including Mr. Pac-Man. Goodbye, everybody, including Mr. Pac-Man. Okay, well, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Glenn and his friend Flubb, for filling in for Kevin and his friend Bub. Now we have another special guest. This show is packed with special newsmakers. Here's a person who he wants to bring the world of the West to the East, right where we are, and he leads horseback rides, and he can teach you how to work ropes, and he has a great radio show on Sundays, and let's please welcome Cowboy Joe.
Hear the music.
Big Cowboy Joe from New York City, Texas. Hey, what y'all doing, huh? Yeah, not here.
Bunch of Texas rednecks.
Out of the West to you comes the music all America is talking about. Western Swing. Brought to you by the king of Western Swing,
Cowboy Joe.
And come to think of it, here's another old-timer, ragtime Cowboy Joe. All right, you Willis brothers, let's hear it.
Sing along.
He always
Sings, rag news to his Cadillac swings, back forward and saddle on a horse. Got a syncopated gator, and you ought to hear the meat to the roar of his speed to have the run. When they hear him come, cause Western folks all know he's a highfalutin root 2 son of God from old Wyoming. Ragtime cowboy, talk about your cowboy, ragtime Cowboy Joe. And with that, Cowboy Joe is here. How you doing, Frank? Hopeless?
Okay.
Or copeless, or hope?
Frank Hope.
How do you cope doing this show every time you're on?
Well, it's a fun show, and we're glad you could be a part of it.
Well, thank you. I was hoping I would get union pay scales on this program, but
Well, we'll see what we can do. Is the music? Can you hear us with the
all right.
music?
I think you should lower it a little bit. Thank you.
Okay. Sometimes wait. You got the.
Now a word from our sponsor, Wyoming Rodeo Association. Lower it. That's what my listeners say. Lower it. Keep the theme song down. Keep it down. Keep it down. Thank you. Well, anyway, Frank, it's nice to be here. On my recent trip to Houston, watch what you're doing. I picked up this cap, and I don't know if the camera can pick it up what this says on the top of my head. It says Priest Company. It has nothing to do with a monastery, but it has to do with an oil company. And it says, if you'll notice, Priest Company, erection guaranteed. But people in the East don't know what that means, really. Well, they think it means something else. But in Texas, it's talking about an oil company.
Okay.
Anyway, am I boring you or
No.
your audience?
What
'Cause
else?
I'm bored.
What else? Pac-Man. I don't know if All right.
Pac-Man, are you bored with this? I'm certainly bored. Yes, you are? Well, thank you. You're supposed to be nice to your guests. Thank you. Anyway, Frank, my show is on every other Sunday on WKCR-FM in New York, 89.9 from high noon to 2 p.m. And I lead these trail rides where... Oh, hang on. They told me, my publicist told me to wear this, but this is more the Western character. I lead these trail rides where we go horseback riding in rural New Jersey and Pennsylvania. The theme song is driving me crazy, by the way. We go horseback riding. Oh, look in that camera. There's no red light. Can't you afford a red light? Change the bulb on top of the camera so we know which camera. And also, the guy operating the camera should wear a suit and tie and not a T-shirt for work. We go horseback riding, and we try and recreate the atmosphere of the old American West every Sunday. And if you'd like to join a Cowboy Joe trail ride, then what you do is write to Cowboy Joe, P.O. Box 3311, Church Street Station, New York, zip 10027. If you'd like to have a bucking bronco like I'm wearing on my back, then if you'd like to join a Cowboy Joe trail ride, then please write to Cowboy Joe, P.O. Box 3311, Church Street Station, New York, zip 10027. Now, I got a strange birthday card. August 16th is my birthday, along with Madonna's birthday. No coincidence, though. It shows here a picture of a cowboy on a steer, and inside it says, "Happy birthday to a real horny cowboy." Frankly, I think I'll steer clear of this card. Also, when I was in Texas, I got a bumper sticker that says, "Toughest cowboy in Texas," right here. Where's the red light? I don't see it. Okay. And got a bumper sticker here. It says, "On the 8th day, God created cowboys." Then I got one more that I couldn't find. It says, "Welcome to Texas, now go home," which is something I did do after that. And my favorite license plate is the state of Wyoming license plate. They have the bucking bronco on, and it's absolutely the classiest license plate that you'll see on the road. So if you see a truck or a car with a Wyoming license plate, sing Ragtime Cowboy Joe. Well, Rich, it's been a real pleasure to be on this program. What else? Can you ask me something? Or? Well, actually, before you do, there are these two LA TV production companies which are interested in doing a sitcom based on my role as Cowboy Joe. I'm still waiting to hear something. I think someone in the class has a question.
Okay, quick question. We only have 2 minutes.
2 minutes? You promised me 10 minutes on this program. Has the time gone by that fast?
Yeah, that's when you're having fun. That's what happens.
Frank, I can't cope with this.
August 16th was the day Elvis died, too.
Yeah, that was his death, Madonna's birth, and my birth. put all three of them together, and you get a classic. I don't know.
Okay, well, don't. No, we don't have to. We shouldn't bring that up, Glenn.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Let's say goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Thank you, Gertrude Adams and Frank Nastasi and Austin. Thank you.
Wasn't he a hitman, Nastasi?
No, he's. Oh, okay. Oh, we gotta close right now. I just want to show. We're gonna play a Michael Jackson song to close.
Mike, what do you think of your facelift? I think it looks better before. That's the real Michael Jackson. Cowboy Frank. Wanted. Criminal. Right on the subway. Hey, cowboy.